Finally, I wait for 2 months to have this brand new Hyundai Tucson, and finally I have it for a proper test drive. And today we will do the test drive. I will give you the feedback on how it's on the road, and happy me because I have my favorite engine and configuration. I have the full hybrid right here, N Line, which I think is one of the perfect spot when it comes to design, comfort, technology, reliability, and also efficiency. So this Hyundai Tucson, as you probably know if you watch my videos, it's one of my favorite SUV on the market, and I think it's just wonderful. And in this configuration, in this combination, N Line with this gray dark color, also the black, piano black on the bumper in the front, on the rear, and also this new grille that looks just fantastic. This is kind of a dark chrome. It looks just amazing. I really love the design, and also it's a wonderful car. I will give you some technical data about the car before we start driving. Also, I have some separate videos on my channel, full review if you want to see all the technical data and information about the car, a static full review, because in this video we will focus more on driving, but I still want to show you the car from the exterior because I think it looks so nice in this configuration. It's so beautiful. Also, this spoiler up here with those sporty elements. Down here the bumper look fantastic with the black glossy, with this air diffuser plus 2 exhaust pipes, real exhaust pipes. You see right here it has hybrid because it's a full hybrid, so you know which version it is. Here are normal brake discs, and on the front we have ventilated brake discs. I want to show you something cool, guys. This is the key, by the way, the new key from Hyundai. Once you lock the car, you come here close to the car, you press this hold button in order to start the engine, and you will see that we have the car in N Line version. It's almost full option. Let me show you. Unlock the car, lock the car, and then press this button for a few seconds and you will start the engine. And once the engine is started, you will see it from here. You will able with these buttons on the side to summon the car. So if you want to summon the car backwards out of the parking lot, you can do that just like that, just by pressing this button. And if you go in the back of the car, you can see also the brake lights, LED, and also the reverse light right here. If you go in the back of the car will sense some objects and it will stop automatically. And you can do the same thing in front. So if you want to move the car in front, and if you summon the car in front, and if you are right in the front of the car, you will see that the car will feel that you are there and it will definitely stop. Really cool stuff, right? And then you just go inside the car just like that, unlock the door because the doors are locked in that time. Electronic folding mirrors. The interior look also really nice on this N Line. We have aluminum at the entrance, aluminum pedals, beautiful, and seats with some Alcantara fiber, fiber material here, microfiber material. On the side we have this leather with red stitches, electric adjustable seats. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into the details because I already did a full review with the car, but I still, and you can see because we have electric adjustable seats, you can see how the seats are adjusting. Plus the car comes with heated seats, ventilated seats. Even though they are not fully leather in this area, they are still perforated and they are ventilated. Love the interior. On this new facelift we have a totally redesigned dashboard, and you have those screens, big screens. I love the fact that this multimedia screen is tilted to the driver. We have a head-up display directly on the windshield, which it looks fantastic, and you have so many information from the map, directions, from the autopilot, speed, and all that stuff. You will see it while we're driving. Also, this is the steering wheel, manually adjustable, forward, backward, very simple to adjust it. Love the steering wheel in free spoke with red stitches, lovely grip. They're perforated on the side here. Still use the physical buttons for different settings and also for the autopilot. We have 2 pedals in the back here for regenerative brake, and I can show you that, but I have to drive. If you put it in drive, it doesn't work. I have to drive, but you have like 3 levers of regenerative brake plus auto, something that is incredible for a full hybrid. Here we have a lot of physical button for 360 degrees cameras, which I will show you, of course, for auto hold. Different driving modes. We have eco mode and sport mode. So you can see it's changed the graphic. You can also customize how you like to have it. You have snow, mud and sand mode. It's an all-wheel drive system. I will give you the settings in a second and technical data. I love the controller here. It's so easy to control the climatic system and all that stuff, and you have some physical button for shortcuts. Everything, it seems to be in a perfect place while you're driving. I drive the car for 2 days now, and I have to tell you, man, I love this car. Anyway, here you have electronic handbrake, you have the 12-volt battery reset button, traction control, and open the trunk here on the left side. Of course, adjustable mirrors, huge mirrors, fantastic visibility outside as the previous version, good visibility in the mirror. Up here it comes with panoramic glass roof and so on. Still we have these buttons to control the seats on the side. Let me give you some technical data and then we will start driving. The price of this version, full hybrid N Line, it's around 44,000 euro, depending which country you are, depending on the time when you're watching this video. It comes with a 1.6 liter petrol engine, 4 cylinders, inline T-GDi, a pretty reliable engine, combined with one electric motor and with 1.49 kilowatt hour battery, 270 volt, pretty big battery for a full hybrid, so it allows you to drive in electric for a long time. I would say in the city, not super long time, but long time for a full hybrid. Also 215 horsepower, 264 newton meters. It's an all-wheel drive system, and from what I noticed, and I will show you in this drive, the car seems to permanently drive all four wheels of the car. It comes combined with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's special for this full hybrid system. Top speed 186 km per hour, 0 to 100 in 8.5 seconds. Fuel tank capacity 52 liters and the turning circle 11.8 meters. The weight of the car 1,708 kilograms and the ground clearance 21.1 centimeters. Fuel consumption 6.5 liter. We will reset it and we will test to see if that's true. Also, we have a better CO2 emission, 149 grams. Drag coefficient 0.33, and the car comes with front suspension independent McPherson with coil spring and anti-roll bar, and the rear suspension independent multi-link spring with stabilizer. Let's drive the car. Climatic system will be always on low, level 1, as always, drive mode. Let me reset the consumption, current trip. Since last reset, I will reset it right now and we will start to driving. I love the stalk to change the gears. You just go in reverse, rotate it in reverse, go in front, rotate it in the front to put it in drive. It's fantastic. If you want to go in drive, you go forward, and in reverse backwards. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and I like that they position it down here. I think it's better this place down than up here like we have in other cars. I think down it's a little bit faster, and I don't know, it seems to be much more normal for me. This is the 360 degrees cameras. You have a lot of options around here, a lot of sensors in the front, in the back. You can see what happened around the car. Also, going drive, you just rotate it in the front. The cool part is that every time you change the blinkers, turning signals, you will access the camera. You will turn on also the camera from the side, from the blind spot, so you don't only have those huge mirrors, anyway they are big and you have perfect visibility, but you have also this option with the cameras on the cockpit, which is, it's fantastic. Also, the cruise control and autopilot, you can activate it around here. They call it highway drive assist, and it's acting like a level 2 autopilot. We will test it on the highway today and you will see that. Also here you can choose what you like to see, a graphic with what happened with the energy, or you can choose the cameras and so on. By the way, you can see also the power, the drive power distribution right here on the cockpit, which is great because you can see in this way you can definitely see what happened with the energy. And I test the car a little bit before, and you can see all it's a permanent all-wheel drive, because permanently, almost permanently, because right now you can see sometimes it's switched to the front wheel, or I would say like that, it's drive the front wheel of the car maybe most of the time, but sometimes it's use also the rear wheels as needed. So yeah, I can say it's just a smart all-wheel drive system. But yeah, anyway, if you watch it all the time, you will notice that maybe more use for the front and sometimes the rear. Anyway, Let's go to the next one, and here you have a nice graphic that shows you what happened with energy in real time. So you can see you have the battery, you have the electric motor and the petrol engine, and you can see when the car is regenerating the energy back into the battery. Also in the corner down here you have the levels of regenerative brake. So from here, from those pedals, you can choose between 3 levels, actually 4, because one it's rolling, and then you can choose level 1, level 2, level 3, and every time you go in these different driving modes, and I will show you right now we are in level 3. That means if you accelerate and you release the acceleration, the car will have a stronger regenerative brake. Look at this, you see? It's already, I'm not pressing the brake, but you feel it's stronger. It's not one pedal drive, it doesn't go to a stop, but it's powerful. And if you go to level 2, you have less power. If you go to level 1, less power. If you want to go completely off, nothing on the screen, you will have no regenerative brake, just rolling, which is fantastic. But what is more fantastic, and what I notice is I think it's the smartest way to go. If you don't want to always check that regenerative brake, you just hold this for a few seconds and you will go in auto mode. Auto mode is the car will choose for you when to regenerate, which is incredible. I mean, I noticed and I tested before, and most of the time, 80% of the time, is doing a great job. So I wouldn't worry about the levels and stuff like that. It's great to have it there. It's fantastic that it is this option on a full hybrid. Usually you have these options on electric cars or plug-in hybrid cars, but on a full hybrid it's fantastic to have this option. But yeah, it's great to know that you can put it on auto and you don't have to worry. The car will know when to use those stuff. Now you can see it's just rolling, but once the car is feeling that you're trying to brake, or it sees an object ahead from those cameras, because it has a lot of cameras to read the traffic, you will see that it will start to regenerate. You look at this, and then it starts to regenerate that maximum. So it's a smart, cool stuff. I will leave it on auto right now. Oh, by the way, the speed limit warning, if you hear those beep, it's from speed limit warning. But once you go to setup, and then you go to vehicle, and you go to driver assist, and then you go to speed limit, you can choose to have only the speed limit information, or you can take it off completely. You have many options around here, which is super smart. Not all the cars have free options. Of course, all the cars have the option to stop these traffic speed warning, but not all the cars have the options to take it off completely, which is nice. Love the steering wheel, man. I have no words about the steering wheel. I really like the grip. You have a special grip here. You have here grip. It's a little bit smaller, which is nice, and also you have good visibility in the screens. It seems to be everything. It's very well arrayed around here. Even this is like a screen. It's easy to adjust. It's easy to know where are all the options, all the settings. Here you have physical button to change from different driving modes. Auto hold, everything you need, it's around you. So ergonomy and practicality, it's extremely good. Very good visibility around the windows, in the mirrors. That's again something that I like very much the head-up display, which it shows you so many information. And yeah, from here you will set up the autopilot, lane assist, and so on. We will go on the highway and I will show you that. But it's crazy. And also keep in mind that this Hyundai Tucson full hybrid, it's able to drive up to, or maybe I would say better, over 800 kilometers with a full tank. You can see right now we have 805 kilometers, but yeah, a little bit earlier today I have like 830. So it's able to drive over 800 kilometers depending how you drive. And pedals are great, by the way. Not only that, they look nice, but they feel great. And something very important I forget to show you before I start driving. The car comes with double glass, which is fantastic from my point of view. You have extremely good sound insulation inside the car. And I'm not just saying, man, I'm not just saying, it's just true. You will see, we will go on the highway. Here is construction and you barely hear noise from outside, which is incredible. I like it. I like so much this car. I don't know why, but I like it. I think they are made it so good. Everything seems to be extremely good made. Even the suspension seems to be so nice. Yeah, not too much noise. You barely hear noise from outside, which is great. The sound insulation is great. Suspension is comfortable and nice. I like it. We will go also on the highway. Also the steering, it's quite soft and nice, so it's not stiff, so you can drive around easy in the city as well, which is very important, because I know there are many people that will like to drive this Tucson and drive in the city, right? So, and you can see right now we go over those big bumps, and still the suspension is smooth and nice. Again here, so nice. It started raining, guys. It's great. Anyway, it's better than super sunny, but I hope it won't rain heavily, because it will disrupt our test. But yeah, in general, it's extremely good car. Of course, as you saw before, you can play with those regenerative brake, but anyway, when you're pressing the brake, the car will regenerate the energy back into the battery, so you don't have to always play with those pedals here. But if you enjoy that, you can do it, you know. I think it's much, if you know where you will drive, if you drive most of the time in the city, I definitely recommend you to use level 3, for example, because you stop and go. It's better to not always press the brakes, and the car will basically regenerate. So yeah. And the auto hold, it's working so good. It's so smooth, it's engaging so nice. Good. Now let's talk a little bit about the engine, which I find it really good engine, and you probably know that they changed some settings from the previous versions, and they try to lower the emission, lower the consumption, make it more efficient. And from my point of view, it still stay a very reliable engine, and I think this configuration, this combination, it's so good. It's still a proper 4-cylinder, which is fantastic, and it runs so smooth. The gearbox, the engine, everything run really nice together. Even the regenerative brake seems to be really smooth and nice, which I really like. You can see right now. Also, another cool thing is that because you have this electric motor on the full hybrid, which it's able to drive in electric mode, of course, and you can see in the city most of the time, I think over 60% or up to 60%, you can drive only in electric mode in the city. As long as you have battery, and you can see we have over half battery right now, you can drive in electric mode. And because you have this electric mode, that's great also when you start accelerating, because when you accelerate, it starts using that electric motor to give you that punch instantaneous, so it doesn't have any lag or delay, so it goes directly, which is great. If it was only the engine, then you probably had a little bit of delay when you press the acceleration. But now here, if you put it in sport mode, you will notice that once you press the acceleration, it's just push you forward really quick and nice, which is great. Now the climatic system, it's running like always, like in all other cars that I test. So yeah, keep in mind low, level 1, climatic system on. Yeah, I do this just for the test, because all the cars that I test in this way, which is the best way from my point of view, and also have to be fair with all the cars. Now if you go to display, you can also put the brightness a little bit brighter, which is much more helpful for us today in this video. But you can play with the brightness, which is great in the nighttime if you don't want to have too much bright screen in your face. I think it's pretty helpful. You have a lot of space here. I like also the center console with this leather here. You have wireless charging, 2 cup holders. You have also down here a lot of space with USB-C and 12-volt ports and so on. So smart. And you have also some storage space here, the glove box. So cool the way they design it. It's almost perfect. I think it's perfect the way they design. Look at the practicality. You have space here, space here, space there, space there. So smart, and in the same time they managed to design it in a super cool way. So it's very cool stuff, very smart. You see, look at this, and we are in eco mode, and the car gives you that power instantaneous. It's crazy nice, that feeling. It's incredible. Yeah, I think definitely, guys, definitely this is a really good car for everything, for a family, for just you, if you want to have an SUV, a safe, beautiful car with a lot of great technology, pretty reliable. You can see the blind spot technology in the corner there. Oh, I'm so sad that it started raining like that, but yeah, it's still not bad raining. It's okay, we can manage to drive still pretty nice, and it's running so smooth. I drive it a little bit earlier today, and what I notice is that even if you drive at high speeds, the car seems to be very stable, and it seems to have that feeling like you're driving slow. So you're driving 80 km/h, you feel like you're driving 50. You're driving 100, you feel like you're driving 80, and so on, which is great, because that's a sign that this car has a very good sound insulation, very good quality overall. Also, the engine seems to be quite silent, so doesn't bother you. Only when you push it harder you start to hear it a little bit, but otherwise it's pretty nice. Also, you have the traffic information on the navigation, by the way. You can choose to have the cameras around the car there on the right side, and I like that the screen here, it's tilted to the driver, so it helps you a lot to have such a good visibility. And you can see we have this bus in the front, pretty big, with a big diesel engine which is running, but you barely hear it, which is again great. We are still driving in eco mode. It's great that we have a little bit of traffic, because in this way we can test a little bit better the consumption in the end of this trip. We will go on the highway, try to drive a little bit faster, we test the autopilot, and then we will go in the city, and in the end we will see the consumption. And I hope I cover everything. The seats now, they are very comfortable, they are big. For me at least, I'm 173 centimeter. I feel like this space, it's much bigger than I need, so it's a lot of space left, right. You have a good position of driving, so I wouldn't worry here, you know. I really feel like it's a fantastic comfortable car as well. So also, right now you will notice that most of the time here in the traffic we drive in electric mode. Now we have also some policemen here help us a little bit, which is great. Now I want to show you something, guys. From here you activate immediately. You just press this button and you activate the highway drive assist, they call it, and we will go up to 80 km/h, and you can see the car, it stays between the lanes, it's accelerate, it's holding the speed, holding the lanes, depending what the car in front will do. All you have to do is just hold your hands on the steering wheel and the car will do the job for you, so you don't have to do anything. Also, the car is capable to switch the speed once the car read the speed limit. For example, here we have 100, the car is reading 100 and then it's able to switch to 100. I didn't activate this option, but I will do it manually. But if you can activate it from the menu, and then the car will do this for you, which is again super nice. Again, here now the car is driving itself, you can see that, and it's warning you from time to time to put your hands on the steering wheel, but overall it's doing a fantastic job. So you can see right now it's accelerating, it's braking, it's keeping between the lanes. But you can change also the graphic in the front, by the way. You can have this graphic that shows you the car in the middle and what's happening ahead, which is so cool. I already tested on other Hyundai cars as well, this highway drive assist, the way they call it, and it works really good, man. I mean, it stays really good between the lanes. We have the blind spot technology warning there. It's accelerating, it's braking, it's really nice. Look at this, it's still staying in the middle. It feels stable. It feels like you can trust it, you know. There you can see the camera right there as well. Even if you drive faster, you can still see the cameras. So let me take the control, press the brake for a while, and then you get the control. You can press this button and you can deactivate it, and you have also the lane assist here. Now the cool thing is that you can see right now we are driving around 100 km/h and you barely hear any noise from outside. Just a little bit of noise from the tires, but when it comes to upper side and windows, you barely hear noise, which is great. 19-inch wheels, you saw it before, but the way it stays on the ground at this kind of speed is just gorgeous. The steering wheel, it's a little bit softer. Let's go in sport mode right now. In sport mode, the steering wheel, it starts to be a little bit stiffer, but still it's soft. So don't expect to be set up for sportivity. So probably will be in the future Tucson N, proper N, sporty. But this one, it has this beautiful layout, exterior design elements and interior. It's beautiful, but don't expect to have that heavy driving feeling from it, because it don't expect to be a race car. It still have that comfortable steering wheel and comfortable suspensions and fantastic daily driving car. So I like it. I mean, you have a beautiful sporty car that looks sporty, but it's keeping that comfortable, fantastic properties, you know, which is nice. I think it's the great way to go. But to be honest, I wait a Tucson N, a proper N with fantastic sporty capabilities, stiffer suspension, stiffer steering wheel, and faster acceleration, if that possible, will be fantastic, because I know there are some people out there that love the car, but they will love to have some more sportivity feeling added to it. But overall it's great. It's a great car, and you will see we are in sport mode. I will try to accelerate a little bit to show you the way it works, and you will see that it's pretty quick. I mean, for me, 215 horsepower is more than enough for daily plus highway plus accelerate and so on. It's great anyway. Now the good part is that you can activate autopilot even here in traffic, which will help you a lot. You can see even on the head-up display you have all that information. You can see the lanes, you can see the speed, you can see that the highway drive assist is activated, and yeah, it's cool. Plus the graphic on the head-up display, it's so nice, so nice. I really like it. And you can see right now the car is just driving itself. It's just keeping between the in the back of that front car, and you can choose from here the distance between the car in front and you, which is also super convenient. I will choose a farther distance because in this way even the system will have more time to read the distances. Here we have some cameras that can read the car ahead and read the traffic, speed limit, and so on. You can see it goes to a completely stop and engaged auto hold, which is really cool. You probably saw before that the car comes with snow mode, mud, and sand mode, so you can go off-road with the car as well. Here we can switch to maybe Levit and Sport. I really like those buttons, physical buttons, and they are perfect positioned. You don't even need to look because you know what it is. You just have to feel it, and you know what you're changing when you're changing something, which is super convenient. I really like that. Here we'll have a little bit of traffic again, but it's great for the overall consumption in the end and the test. It's realistic, real life, that's great. Now I want to change to see current trip 6.7 liters or 6.7 liter. Yeah, pretty nice. This is our consumption until now. 6.7, not bad, I would say. We will go now on the highway again, and we will drive a little bit faster. I try to drive at highway speed 130, it's around here, to hold it for a while, so in this way we can make an idea of the consumption a little bit better, and we will see also how it stands at those kind of speeds. Yeah, I think it's pretty fine. What I would like to change is the direction of the air, because I'm scared that at some point the camera will get hot and it will stop, because the camera after a while will stop because of the heat. But if we have a nice airflow around here, it's better. So yeah, I have to keep it like that for the consumption purpose and test. So I have to keep it on level 1 all the way low with the climatic system on. And the car, I don't know if you noticed, but the car is still driving itself and still keep the distance. The car can read also the traffic signs, not only the traffic speed limit signs. So you can see not all of them, but yeah, most of them. And then again, it shows you here a lot of great useful infos and so on, which is quite nice. The weather, even the weather, it shows you. Yeah, pretty cool. There are such a big mirrors. I don't know how they managed to make such a big mirrors, but in the same time, when you drive on the highway, you cannot hear that wind from outside, probably because you have those great double glass acoustic windows. I like also the buttons. They feel so soft and nice. No, it's a fantastic car, man, and the price is not that big when you think about it. 44,000 euro for the N Line version, full hybrid, and it's such a good system. And if I'm not wrong, you have 5 years warranty. I don't remember how much warranty you have on Hyundai. I think 5 years. You have 5 years. It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic option. It's a fantastic option. If you're not ready to go full electric, man, that's a fantastic SUV. You can see right now, let's go in sport mode. Okay, we are in sport. Right now we put it in sport mode. The pedal seems to be much more sensitive. Man, the suspension are still comfortable even in sport mode. Oh, it's so quick. It stays pretty good on the road, even though it's not super set up for sportiness. It's still soft. You can see it's still a little bit of both, just a little bit. But it's good. It's good the way it is, because in this way you have also the good comfort. But it sits well on the road. It's for an SUV big like that. It's quite nice setup. I would, if I would personally set it up, I would do the same thing. Now we go on the highway. We can drive a little bit faster. Ooh, nice, pretty quick. You saw how fast we reached the speed, and we go uphill now. And was really silent. You heard the engine was really silent. Man, I like it. Wow, I'm crazy surprised. Now the asphalt, the road down here is not that good, but it will become a little bit better. We drive 120 and you start to hear just a little bit of wind. Still have such a good stability. Wow. Wow, I'm surprised. And man, you still have, you feel like you have much more power to go. Press the acceleration, even from here it still gives you a lot of power. Wow, it's really good. It's really good. It sits well. It sits really well at those kind of highway speeds, and you don't hear too much noise from outside. Now it starts to hear 130. You hear a little bit of wind noise, but nothing serious. I feel like the steering wheel, it's still a little bit too soft for high speeds, but yeah, it's fine. It's just a little bit. You probably won't notice that, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I like it. I have to tell you guys, man, I love it. Love the sound insulation, love the stability, and overall it's quite well built. Now the car will recuperate all the energy back into the battery. Oof. I love the suspensions. The suspensions are great. Sound insulation, suspension, comfort, technology, visibility, they're almost perfect. The only thing that I will probably do a little bit more stiffer the suspension in sport mode. This is something that I will do. Just a little bit more stiffer the suspension when we are driving in sport mode. Now, for example, guys, if you want to accelerate and put it to 0, press the acceleration. Whew, lovely. You saw in the beginning of the acceleration, the car start in electric mode, then the petrol engine kick in and then take the control. But I love the fact here is the real test. When you try to accelerate it harder, then if the electric motor and the petrol engine will work together in a smooth, nice way, then you know it's a good system. So this is how you will test a full hybrid system, plug-in hybrid system, or electric system. If you see that everything is smooth when you accelerate it harder, then you know it's a good system. And here was doing a great job. Everything was linear, was nice. The grip was good, so I wouldn't say complain about anything. So I would say pretty good system, pretty good system. And also I noticed that the engine is not so noisy, so you have great sound insulation from the engine to the cabin, which is great. Now we will drive a little bit in the city, so we can switch in eco mode. We will drive just a little bit, and then we will see the results. I'm really curious as well, but I didn't drive too economical. Probably I will do another video, another test where I drive only in eco mode, normal driving without accelerations like I do right now, without sporty mode, so we will see like a normal economical way what kind of consumption we can get, because in this video, yeah, I kind of drive a little bit aggressive on certain areas. But yeah, anyway, overall I think it's great. Overall I think it's a pretty fantastic car. No wonder why so many people brought this car. Now we will have a little bit of traffic around here. So again, traffic, acceleration, and so on. This is almost the worst condition you can get, or normal condition in some countries and some cities that are super crowded. And this city that we drive today, it's one of the most crowded city in the world. So yeah, if you're living in another area where it's not so much traffic, then you should expect a better consumption than you will see in this video. And we still have 793 kilometer range, which is great, and we still have almost a full battery. But you notice something, right now we are driving only in electric mode. You can see it says up here electric mode, so it also writes you in which mode the car is driving, which is great. And you can see it shows you that nice graphic that tell you you're driving in electric mode, which is really cool. And we have a lot of battery to use here in the, we have around 70% battery to use in the city. So right now we are using the energy. Yeah, it's like having an electric car. As long as you have battery, you're driving in electric. I hate when the people don't use the turning signals. They should always use them, because the other traffic participants have to see what you want to do next, so they should always use the lights. See, still in electric mode. I'm really curious to see how long we can get like that. But we are still in electric mode, and we are driving around 30 km per hour, 40 almost. So we are still in electric mode, still using that 1.5 almost kilowatt hour battery. It's braking, regenerate the energy back into the battery again. Come on, go. Go. Still, now it's hybrid. Now the petrol engine kick in, because I pressed the acceleration a little bit harder. But if I keep the acceleration smoother, slower, easier, then you drive in electric mode. But I like the fact that the transition between the petrol and electric, you don't feel it, you don't hear it. It's really nice. I won't give you the consumption now. I don't want to look at the consumption now. We will look together in the end. Or maybe let's look. Maybe let's take a look at the consumption. 7.4 liters. Man, it's fine. The way I drive, it's fine. With all this traffic, I think it's good. If it was only the petrol engine, we probably have around 9 liters, something like that. And we still drive in electric mode right now. This is the advantage of having a full hybrid. The fact that you're driving in the city only in electric mode, it's a huge advantage. First, it's more silent, it's more smooth, it's more efficient, and it's more clean for the environment, so you don't use too much gases to pollute the people around you. So for example, there are really a lot of people in the city get sick because of those gas emission from the cars. So it's a pretty big percentage of people that get cancer or other disease because of the emission. So in this way, at least you still don't have a full electric car, but it's still much better than a normal IC where it's driving permanently with the engine on. Here you have the engine off most of the time in the city. So you can see we still drive with the same battery that we had before. So the car have still plenty of battery. If you go here to hybrid infos, you see how much battery you have. It's really convenient, and the climatic system it's on. Normally I can stop the climatic system here just like that. Wait, I changed the driving mode, but I will leave it on for the purpose of this video, because the way I test all the cars, so if you want to see other cars in this class, you can make an idea about the consumption, because I drive it in the same way. I like the fact that the climatic system have this button here, which mean driver only, which mean you have only for the driver the climatic system. But you saw from the time that we get in the city until here, until this area, we are still driving in electric mode. I love when the people park the car on the crosswalks just like that. It's just fantastic. Or when they park before the crosswalk or after crosswalk. It's really not so fun. It's also give you the infos there when it's driving electric, when it's driving in hybrid, or when it's charging the battery. Also, you have an option to switch it on when you go in the city to use more maximum electricity to drive efficient. You can switch that on from the settings into the menu. So for example, right now I saw that the car keep a lot of battery, so we have over half battery. If you switch that on, the car will use a lot of battery. Will leave the car almost with 20% battery, which mean it can use it later in the city a lot, so it uses much more. So when you go to the parking lot, you will have almost 20% battery, and then we'll start to charge. But yeah, depend how you set it up. It's great that you have a lot of setups like that. Anyway, let's park the car, guys, and let's see the results. I like that it's here, man. It's so easy here behind park. You just change it like that. It's so easy to change it. And you can see right now you have all these cameras, and you have the bird eye view, which shows you down on the ground how it looks, which is so cool and easy. Plus you can see the reverse camera just like that. It's much better with the active lines, which help you guide you park the car really perfect on the spot. Super nice. And it's just like that, rotated. Man, Hyundai makes such a nice cars. Love it. What was the result? Let's see the consumption. 7.3 liters. Not bad, I would say really good. And keep in mind, this car, it's brand new, 4,800 kilometers. Probably after 5,000, after 10,000 kilometers should be better, with the consumption should be a little bit lower. But I still think it's a good consumption. If we look at 6.4, how much they claim, 7.3, it's almost 1 liter. It should go low. I will do another video. I'm really curious. I know there are so many people interested in this Hyundai Tucson full hybrid, and I will do another video, a separate video. You will find it on my channel, where I will test the car, drive only in eco mode, city, highway, and we will do a realistic consumption test to see how much you can get from it, because I think for such a big car, such an amazing car, it's important to have a lot of info. So that was the video. You probably know that I'm a big fan of this car, and I like it very much. I think it's one of the best SUV, and yeah, I have not too many words to say about it. Really love it. Definitely check out the full review videos. I have another videos on my channel separate with the same car, where you can get even more information about the car. So yeah, definitely check out that videos as well. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my video. Really appreciate it, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That will mean a lot for me. That will help me a lot to create more videos like that and to make it better and better. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.